Hey everyone, a sad night here, and welcome to another unboxing video. As of this video, it is the 17th of December 2022, and with the Shrek 2 4K Steelbook coming out on the 26th of December, which should mean that as I've pre-ordered it, it should be delivered by next week hopefully, it would only make sense for me to have a look at the Shrek 20th Anniversary Edition Steelbook, which contains the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and standard Blu-ray versions. Now, in case you don't know what this is a 2001 CGI animated movie made by DreamWorks. But it wasn't DreamWorks' first CGI animated movie, for back in 1998, their first attempt was known as Ants. But it wasn't the only movie about CGI ants released in 1998, for Pixar also had one called A Bug's Life, and it was released a little over a month after Ants. Because of this led to a feud between Jeffrey Katzenberg of DreamWorks and Steve Jobs and John Lasseter of Pixar. But to move on from that, after two 2D animated movies, The Prince of Egypt and The Road to El Dorado, as well as a collaboration with Aardman on Chicken Run, they took their second chance at CGI animation with Shrek. And second chances definitely paid off because, as is known by many people, this is an animated classic. Like, there's so many great moments here, and just to name a few, the opening fairy tale book, as well as Shrek's Day in the Life montage, which is accompanied by the song Rockstar by Smash Mouth, and who could ever forget that? There's Donkey's introduction, Donkey's encounter with Shrek and Donkey's encounter with Fiona, of course references, jokes, including the adult ones. You know, there's a lot of great moments in this movie, and yeah, if you somehow have never seen it, I do highly recommend it, as well as the sequel Shrek 2, which I think is better than the first one, and I'm definitely looking forward to unboxing that next week. Shrek the Third is... oh, I don't hate it, but I definitely think it's the weakest of the four movies, and Shrek 4 was a little better and definitely gave the series a nice conclusion for the opportunity it had. But yeah, overall, I tend to stick with the first two movies. They're the only ones I rewatch over and over. And yeah, they're just two great animated movies. And with that out of the way, let's get to the unboxing. Oh, and just to quickly mention, because I got carried away with my ramble, but the cast as well. I mean, Mike Myers as Shrek, he's great with that Scottish accent. Eddie Murphy as Donkey, lots of funny lines, and even Eddie Murphy himself jokes about how he'll forever be known as the character because it's just that iconic of a role. Cameron Diaz as Fiona, great stuff there too, with her not being the typical princess. And John Lithgow as Farquaad is a pretty good villain too, even though you don't see him much throughout the movie as I remember. Gingy has a great scene doing Farquaad's introduction, and I don't think Pinocchio is much in the movie apart from when the fairy tale characters are being sold off, but he definitely has a great one-off moment in Shrek 2, which of course has a musical homage to Mission Impossible, so that will be great. But yeah, let's finally get to the look of the Steelbook itself, and I mean, it looks pretty good and all, but as I've read from a comment on a post somewhere, Apparently the colors are a bit too oversaturated, and I can definitely see that. Also, the background is a little blurry, like the trees, Shrek's house, and a few others. I don't think my camera will capture it perfectly, but yeah, the Steelbook's not too bad. Maybe if I decide to sell it one day, maybe I'll get some good money out of it, as it's kind of rare to acquire now, so yeah, there's that at least. But still, not a bad front image. Here's the spine, which shows Shrek 20th Anniversary Edition, and there's a reason for that, for which we'll get to. And then there's the back, which shows the windmill as Shrek, Fiona and Donkey walk on their way to Farquaad Castle. And now if we get to the back of the J card, J paper, as yeah, it's paper, it's not like card at all. Of course, you get the characters again, and then the greatest fairy tale never told, which I just realized is the tagline of the original poster. Of course, you get the synopsis here, special features, as well as a bonus disc exclusive to the 20th Anniversary Edition, and it contains a lot of Shrek shorts, as well as a few episodes of The Adventures of Puss in Boots here, which is pretty interesting. Specs, or you know, what you need to watch 4K. Credits, the reason it's PG, and other mentions here like, let's see here, DTSX, and stuff like that. Open this up, and we have the 4K disc here. The Blu-ray, which I believe is the same as the original Blu-ray release. And then the Ultimate Collection Blu-ray. I say Ultimate Collection because that's available on DVD as its own thing, and I think you get the Puss in Boots movie as well as all the shorts. And here's a look at the interior design, which, funny enough, the interior design here is actually the outside art of the US Steelbook. And then I believe the back image is actually used for the inside of the US Steelbook, which is it's pretty strange actually, kind of seeing an inverse for a different country. But yeah, that's just quite strange. So overall then, definitely not a bad looking Steelbook, at least at first glance anyway, and if you're not bothered about the saturation issue, then yeah, this is definitely one to get. Though I am still deciding whether to just sell this and import the US versions, because mainly for space reasons. I am definitely a fan of consolidation, especially when it comes to freeing up more room on the shelf to have more movies. And with putting this in a Steelbook protector, that definitely takes up a good considerable amount. But you know, it's just one of those things I worry about. It may not be a problem for you, and yeah, also to mention, this Steelbook is quite rare now, and it could go for a lot of money on eBay, so maybe something to keep in mind if you really want to get this on 4K. Otherwise, you could try a hand at importing the US versions. So yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you look forward to the unboxing of the Shrek 2 4K Steelbook. This is a sad night saying goodbye, and I hope you have a wonderful day.